Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am the Usurper, and welcome back to Let's Talk Gaming. So, I know I haven't done this for a while. I've actually been quite busy. I haven't had time to upload a single video or even actually record. But today's subject, Happy New Year, by the way. I hope everyone had a wonderful December 31st. First, watched the ball drop with your family. Had some food. But anyway, I wanted to come back into this series that I was doing. I used to do it originally just with a bunch of friends. I'd get around and we talk about subjects, and I'm still going to do that from time to time, but I also want to start using this series to talk about serious matters within the gaming industry. And today, I want to jump in to Overwatch. So, obviously, I was a big Blizzard fan. Everybody is a big Blizzard fan. You are not going to find it easy to find someone who hates Blizzard. Well, I do now. And I will get into now why I hate them later. Right now, it's not important. But recently, and 6 days ago, this was posted on the Overwatch Contenders website. I don't really watch competitive Overwatch anymore. I never really watched it to begin with. I did try to be involved in it, and it just didn't work out. But that's another story. They announced Overwatch Contenders to test a new chat moderation program. And so, to give you an idea of what this is, I already know because I've already seen a couple videos on the subject. This is, they essentially want you to link your Battle.net with your Twitch, so they can monitor the chat better. It doesn't sound like a bad thing on paper. It really doesn't. Until you get into a couple of the implications going on here. So let's take a look at two articles today. One on the official Overwatch Contenders website, and one by One Angry Gamer. So from the Overwatch Contenders website, I apologize I have to show you stills because I don't have any... I can't record my actual screen right now. It sucks. Yes, Minnie, I see you. You're a good kitty. It says, we're always testing out new ways to try to improve the viewer experience. It's for the Overwatch Path to Pro ecosystem. As part of this, Contenders is trialing a new chat moderation program that requires users who wish to participate in Twitch chat to link their Blizzard Battle.net and Twitch accounts. This program will be trialed during 2018 Season 3 qualifiers matches across all regions from December 28, 2018 through January 12, 2019. The Path to Pro team will evaluate the program overall effect on creating a more positive viewing experience. And then it just has a few things about where to go to link your stuff. So this doesn't seem like a big deal. It seems like Blizzard wants to only better monitor the chat and create a better environment for everyone involved. Excuse me, I need a drink of soda. It's noon and I just got out of bed. I feel like shit because I'm sick. But, but there is a few implications about this. And I don't have the video footage. I only have the audio. So I'm just going to show you his logo and play the audio over it. But here I have a little something from Mundane Matt Jarbo over on the Mundane Matt channel. He said in his video on the subject a couple days ago that I think perfectly encapsulates exactly what I'm thinking is going to happen. Take it away, Matt.
You say something they don't like. They don't really have any set specifications here on this page that says what exactly it is that they're going to be looking for. I mean, obviously, there's the obvious answers: racism, ASCII penises, things like that. You know, those are the obvious ones, but we don't know how far this is going to go. We have no idea what they're going to say, or if anyone who's going to be moderating it is going to have a certain political bias or a certain ideology that's going to play in pretty heavily to them banning people. And if they ban them, if they ban their Battle.net account, they lose access to everything that they have.
So basically from that clip, what Matt says is that apparently they're introducing this because they recently had an issue in the Overwatch Contender scene, which I don't know anything about it. I don't know how much of that is true. I have to actually fact check it, but I recommend everybody does. Where they had a little bit of racism and some ASCII penises being drawn in the chat, and they didn't like that. And, you know, I understand. Okay, I understand not wanting people to be racist in the chat. I fully understand that. But the other point he made that I played for you was, what if someone of a certain political bias gets to take over, gets to be in charge, and they don't like what someone has to say? And that is exactly my problem. This is why his video is titled, Blizzard is going full Orwell with their new chat moderation program. This is why I titled mine similarly. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't trust the Overwatch team to not go full Orwellian with it. They have, in the past, many, many times, and I could provide you many examples right now. I'll probably have a couple down in the description along with a link, with a few other links. But they have many times since the launch of Overwatch proven their political bias. That they are trying to control the chat in a lot of ways. There was a point where they were banning people from Overwatch because something they didn't like was said on Facebook or Twitter or Reddit. Or at least they were trying to. I don't know if they ever fully went through with that. But either way, if you take a look at the Blizzard team for Overwatch, especially if you look at... You don't even have to look at them. You just look at the game itself and you can see there is clearly a lot of political bias there. And you know, I'm a very neutral person when it comes to politics. I'm neither a left-leaner nor a right-leaner. I'm very in the center. I'm like, I kind of like what you're saying here, but I can't disagree with this. I like these policies by your side, but I like these policies by your side kind of guy. You know? That's how my grandmother was. That's how my grandfather was. That's how my father is. That's how everybody in my family is. We don't really pick a side in that regard. And I was raised to always try to be objective, which I admit I struggle with. I really do. I let my opinion get in the way sometimes. But this is a case where it's clear, very clear, that this is meant to just control chat, to control what is said, who can say it, and how they can say it. And I don't like that. I'm very much an advocate and supporter of the Constitution, the amendments. The right to free speech is the #1, and there's nothing social justice warriors, SJWs, or NPCs, whatever you want to call them, love more than to control free speech. That's what they buy for all the time. That's why they bitch the way they do. That's why they cry the way they do. That's why they say the things they say. And I have no doubt in my mind that when this program launches, if it succeeds, which it probably is going to, assuming anyone does it, I recommend nobody sign up for this. Nobody do anything. Watch but don't participate in chat, or chat in other places, like Discord, or on social media, on other forums, in other Twitch chats. Talk about it there. I recommend someone from the community figure out a way, someone of importance to the community, figure out a way to have their own chat, where it can be like, yes, everybody come here, you know what, fuck that. That's my recommendation. I don't have that kind of power, but someone out there does. It's the only way you're really going to protect your ability to say what you want, without Blizzard going, yep, I don't like what they said, bam! But either way, so that's where we are today with Blizzard Entertainment. And now we're going to look at an article by one Angry Gamer that goes into a little bit more detail than just the basic news. There's a link down in the description for it as well as the first article I read, and a link to Mundane Matt's channel. No, regardless of your opinion on him, whether you like him or not, I do recommend you check out his video, because he takes a lot more objective and neutral standpoint, saying the what-ifs, whereas I'm saying that I guarantee you this is what will happen. So, here we go. You can tell they got that picture from a source filmmaker porno involving Tracer. If you thought Blizzard was already being Orwellian, by banning players from Overwatch for off-site behavior, that is the issue. I'll link that article too, actually. That issue harkens back to before, what I was saying. You're likely not going to develop very fond feelings for the company now that their new moderation program is being put to the test as part of the Overwatch Esports Initiative. Blizzard rolled out in the news over on the Overwatch Contender site, where they announced that if you wish to participate in chat for Overwatch, you will need to link your Battle.net and Twitch account, obviously. Here they have the direct quote from the website that I already read you. First thing, most people wondered if this will be Blizzard's way of banning people from Overwatch for things they say in Twitch chat, which would be an extreme overreach from Blizzard to literally police what people say and how they behave outside the game itself. Then again, Twitch also bans people for what they say offsite as well, and that's true. That is something I don't like. Even as a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber myself, that is something I highly despise. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think you, running this website, should be allowed to ban me for something I said on this website. That's just my opinion. But then again, I'm an advocate for free speech. So, Just because you like something I didn't say, Twitch and or Blizzard, does not mean you should have the right to ban me from your site completely. At least that's what I think. But, so both companies would basically be looking for reasons to ban you from their services based on how you behave when you're not using their services, and that's true. According to .esports, they continue to push the narrative that all forms of Twitch chat need overt forms of moderation and censorship to keep people from chatting openly and honestly. And I'm going to tell you the truth, in my Twitch chat, I fully expect people to say what they want. As long as you're not being a dick, as long as you're not being rude to somebody or hostile, as long as you're not being racist, I don't care what you have to say. You can swear up and down like a goddamn sailor, because I do it. If you look at my streams, you can hear me say fuck at least 10 to 12 times. Minimum. I am a loudmouth. I am a foul mouth. It is how I was raised. Shit, no soda. But yeah. So basically, yes, they do want to moderate what you say in and outside of their platform. And I don't like that. And I am one of the people who believes it should be up to the streamer who allows what should be, who should determine what is allowed in their chat. I do believe that Twitch itself should have some rules, like, you know, don't be racist, don't be sexist, don't be an asshole. That should just be the main rule. Just don't be a dick. But that's not what they're going to do. And I think beside that, the streamer should be responsible for monitoring their chat. And that they should have control over what's allowed to be said. So let's say, hypothetically, Twitch introduced a rule, you're not allowed to say fuck anymore. So all streamers and all chat takers have to stop saying fuck. I don't think Twitch should be allowed to dictate that. I think that should be something dictated by the streamers individually. Because fuck, yeah, it's a bad word, but it's not as bad as a lot of things you could say. I apologize. I do talk with my hands a lot. I'm a very motion-oriented person. According to .esports, continue. Oh yeah, we already read that. Even though Overwatch esports viewership has mostly tanked since its debut, which is true. It has really tanked a lot, for a good reason. .esports believes that Blizzard needs to keep stepping up its efforts to moderate all forms of expression when players and gamers are viewing and participating in the live stream chats. Writing, while it's true Overwatch contenders' viewership is low, one of the big problems with toxicity on Twitch is that people are anonymous, which has been linked to bad behavior. People aren't afraid of consequences of their behavior if no one knows who they are. And this is true. If no one knows who they are, if you're using a fake account or a throwaway account, you're going to do what you want because you don't care or fear the consequences. This is true. This is something everyone is guilty of. Linking their BlizzardBattle.net account with Twitch to a Twitch account does a bit to reduce that anonymity. Is that even a word? Either way. To encourage viewers to behave in chat in theory, yeah. Because you know there are people who will make a fake Twitch, a fake Battle.net, and they will link them and still do it. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying you know there's people who are going to do that. Unless, of course, they expect you to own Overwatch to watch it and participate in chat, in which case that's just too far. Because not everyone does. Like, for instance, I'm a console player. So I can't even post on the official forums on the Overwatch website unless it's the tech support. An issue that Blizzard promised to fix 3 years ago. They still haven't. Because I own a console copy, it doesn't register on Battle.net even with my accounts, my Xbox Live and my Battle.net linked. Isn't that nice? And that goes back to part of the things that I'm upset with Blizzard about and why I don't like them anymore, but that's a topic for another day. There are ways to get around it, of course, that require creating another account. Blizzard.net accounts are BlizzardBattle.net accounts are free, but the individual games cost money. Game purchases aren't required to link accounts. Okay, well there we go. I just said I should have read that first, but okay. So they're not required. What kind of encouragement to link Battle.net accounts with Twitch accounts also saw community manager and former employee of Twitch and Nintendo, Jared Ray, championing the idea of using new account linking procedure to completely ban players from accessing their Blizzard games from Battle.net account for toxic behavior. I officially don't like you, Jared Ray. Sorry. I don't even know who you are, but I officially don't like you just for that statement. You shouldn't be encouraging them, oh, you said this thing on this website, you're banned from our service now. He said, in a tweet, and there's a screenshot here, Blizzard could potentially ban folks from BNet and take away their liberties for participating in toxic Twitch chats, and I'm all for it. There needs to be a real-world consequences for spewing hate online. Taking away their toys is a great place to start. I have nothing to say besides, I really don't like you. I don't agree with what you just said. There is something I would like to say, but I can't. And that would be an emotionally charged response in anger. And I'm trying not to do that, because I'm not going to lie to you, I am pretty pissed off. And I'm very irritable now because I'm sick. Alright, so we close out the article here. The tweet above garnered a lot of negative sentiments, and I can see why. From actual gamers, yes. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Despite being cheered on by the anti-gaming social justice warrior crowd. Thank you, One Angry Gamer. This is why I love you. One Angry Gamer is doing the real work here. A lot of these big websites now are full SJW. And right here, this proves my point. This proves my point that this could be used as an SJW machine for getting rid of more gamers and driving them out. These people, they want to control gaming. And unfortunately, they keep winning. Gamers, actual gamers, we really hate them. And we hate them for a good reason. And I have a video for that topic planned for another time. But the truth is, gaming and social justice warrior politics do not mix well. They don't. And SJWs, you need to understand, you are going to lose. You're not going to win. Because even if you take over gaming, somebody else will come along and make a game and give you the big old fuck you. If I could make my own game, I would. I'd be the first one. Okay. Ray eventually deleted the tweet as people began to put two and two together, and figured that this would likely be utilized by SJWs to completely ban players from their accounts because they said mean things about someone in a Twitch chat room. Right there. Thank you, One Angry Gamer. Even still, we've already seen Blizzard banning and fining people for a number of silly reasons, especially when it comes to Overwatch. And they have a link here. I'm going to check that out. Banning players from games because they use language that SJWs deem offensive in a Twitch chat room would pretty much guarantee a mass exodus of players from either watching Blizzard games via Twitch or playing Blizzard games altogether. And you know what? I agree. I absolutely agree. If you're going to try and ban me for saying things that you would deem offensive, and let's face it, with SJWs, you deem everything offensive. I am a straight white male. Congratulations, I am officially problematic and offensive to them. You deem everything offensive. You're going to ban everybody. And you know what? I don't blame anyone. Like I said, I think someone with some pull in the community, a big community name, who's not related to Blizzard or Twitch in any way other than maybe being a player, should create their own chat room and be like, hey, come here, fuck these new rules. That's it. But I also wouldn't blame anybody for not playing anymore. Alright, so we've gone on long enough. We've covered everything. Please leave a like on this video, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I have a lot of future videos planned and upcoming, including Let's Plays, and of course more Let's Talk Gaming and keeping up with the news of the week within the gaming industry. Let me know what you think of Blizzard's new policy, or I should say Activision's new policy, because Blizzard is now officially run and owned by Activision. In the comments below. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter, Twitch. This is YouTube, so I don't have to include it. And in the description box below, you will find both the articles to One Angry Gamer and the Overwatch Contenders, as well as a link to the video by Mundane Matt. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you later.